So what did happen to Carly Fleischmann? Rumor has it that Carly's father, Arthur Fleischmann, may have silenced her with his controlling ways, or worse, made her disappear?
Oh, okay.
Dramatics is nice and fun and all, but let's not get ahead of ourselves and find out the truth. Please like, share, and subscribe, as I'm sure Carly would want you to know what happened. I've read countless comments and questions about the theories of what happened to Carly Fleischmann. Many suspect her father had something to do with her disappearance from public eye, and even some have said that Carly was trying to voice unwanted advances she experienced by her father's boyfriend. Quote, in early 2019, Carly posted on Facebook to say that she had been by her father's boyfriend and that her father wasn't being supportive of her in the aftermath of that. Carly's father had responded with, Carly, I'm sure he was not intending to make you uncomfortable. He thought he was hugging you, and I'm sure would apologize if given the chance. Let's discuss. Guys, this is purely my thoughts, so please don't kill me. I'm not going to deny that it's possible that Carly may have experienced unwanted advances, but I am one to see patterns and just something seems to be off. I'm also going to put out there that many autistic women are true victims and their voices should be heard. However, in Carly's case, I just see discrepancies. For one, Carly, in the photo with her father's boyfriend, seems to have been taken by some mysterious person. First off, in that photo, she looks content, no awkward or uncomfortableness in her facial features that would indicate she doesn't like Arthur's boyfriend. If she was uncomfortable, you would see her much more alert or not peacefully closing her eyes. And who took the picture and then sent it to Carly to later post this? It just seems like it really may be a disgruntled employee that her brother had mentioned in a comment, in my opinion. Just based on Carly's posts from the past, she did voice her personal opinions and hasn't been silenced by her father or anyone. Of what I've interrogated, based on the videos I've seen, plus the previous posts, she seems relaxed and herself, not a victim of child silencing, but I'm no expert. Again, strictly my opinion. There was a post from the admin that stated the following, quote, this is an administrator of Carly's account, not Carly. This account was hacked. The last verifiable post by Carly was on May 30th, 2018. We have locked down the account, but Carly is safe and well. I also noticed that her pattern of writing is different, as it's so descriptive of how it was. This is not something Carly typically does, even in her long post about Kevin on May 30th, 2018. She's a lot less graphic when writing. However, the shocking post was with so much description. She's just straight to the point when she writes, typically. Also, I noticed that the post had a part where it talks in first person, then in third. Quote, the thing that hurt me the most was my father's reactions not to believe his own daughter. It's as if the person who wrote it was trying to talk as if they were Carly, then forgot for a split second and ended up talking about her as if not her. I doubt Carly would write in that way. Now, the father's response. It's entirely possible that the father's response to Carly's message was not really Arthur's account. You can create an account on Facebook too and have the exact name and just use a person's photo. This disgruntled employee could have used Carly's account to friend add the fake Arthur to respond to that message. I feel a parent would not respond publicly like that after making such a statement. He would talk to her in person. Why respond to her publicly and deny her claims as she exactly stated in her post? It's almost too obvious. I believe the other family members think that accusations are so ridiculous that they won't even bother responding to it. Please let me know what I missed in the comments below. In a candid interview, Carly Fleischmann's dad admitted the following, quote, in general, we do not comment about Carly or her condition. She's 20 years old and has a mind of her own, capable of making decisions with guidance from us. I have tried to clear up some obvious misconceptions which were floating around on some online forums and Facebook previously, as Carly absolutely hates presumption. People who live with her condition have very little control over their lives normally. Carly's writing is the only thing she has any control over, and we have raised her to give her space as well as the structure that she needs to think independently. We can only speculate what might have happened, but after some sleuthing, I did uncover something interesting. The real reason she's disappeared from us. I found that Carly actually was said to have gone through electroshock therapy in desperation for her OCD, which was attributed to ABA therapy. This is why I've stated my opinions on this sort of therapy. Check out my video on this topic. Those of you who don't know what electroshock treatment is, it is used as a last line of intervention for major depressive disorder, OCD, mania, and catatonia. That is why it is said she wanted to do this sort of therapy. In the article I found, Carly Fleischmann said, quote, she wrote that she couldn't wait to try it as her OCD was taking over and she didn't feel able to continue as she normally did.
We started the interview and Carly got distracted, and I wanted you to know that Carly's distraction has nothing to do with her autism. It has everything to do with her OCD.
It also added, quote, she had a few sessions of the treatment and we didn't see any positive effects. In fact, her writing diminished, and a few months down the line, she's now saying she's having trouble understanding us and any communication, that it is garbled and incoherent. Thinking back, we can't be sure that this is as a result of the ECT because prior to the treatment, she was experiencing standing seizures. So as a family, it's very difficult to determine whether it was the treatment or something Carly was going through prior to trying the therapy. ECT has historically a really bad image, and I would never have put her through it knowing what I know now. And we've been reading more about seizure activity, especially in autistic girls and women, where there's very little to go on. We won't know if she's getting better or what happened conclusively for another year or so, but it's human nature to try. That's what we did. On another upsetting note, a person with seizures should not be adding more electroshock to the brain. The brain is already experiencing electrical activity. Why wouldn't they just do keto? The keto diet was specifically designed for seizures. This should have been available to them already. I can only guess that Carly's diet might be limited due to food preferences, but this is much less dangerous than such an invasive type of therapy. What are your thoughts, guys? Comment below. I'll see you in the next one.